Hello, everybody. Welcome to the KT Talk Show. Today I have Ryan Stanley. He is a self leadership coach and he has much more things to offer to you and to the community. And today we are going to be talking about what I like to call the threes of life: be present, be joyful, be patient. And this came from the wonderful Ryan Stanley. So, Ryan, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, and then let's get into those threes of life. Yes. Awesome. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I get that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Right. That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. Well, thank you for your wonderful introduction. And I think it's so awesome that you have your own book out, because not a lot of, for not being a reader and being able to, publish your own book and put it out there and have something that's efficient and but also effective, for a lot of people. That's really awesome. So I wanted to, because I think this will be effective for our audience, and this falls in line with what your book talks about. So when we're what does it mean to you to be present, or what could you tell people, if you're having a hard time being present in any given moment, right? Whether it be negative or positive, how do we go about doing that, effectively throughout our day? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. No, yeah. Hmm. Yeah. 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 Hmm. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yep. Oh, yep. Hmm. Totally. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, yeah. Yep. Hmm. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. No, totally. And I think that was a great way to say, your senses, because I mean, you think about you're touching, smelling, what you're seeing, and then it really does make you. I was just thinking about it when you were when you were saying it, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, that really does make you." Cuz I'll still say that sometimes I personally struggle, if I got too much going on, I'm scheduling too much, I'm thinking about too much, I'm not in the moment, and I'm missing out on a lot of things. And then I realized that, and just sitting here now, like I said, and doing that, I was like, that's a great tool to use to be present for sure. Right, exactly. Exactly. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, and there was something I was listening to yesterday, and it was a talking, just being the second thing I was going to say, the threes of life, be joyful. So that I think goes back to basically having your inner child kind of come out, I think, in a sense. And maybe you can say that a little bit differently, but that's what I think of. You know what I mean? Because as children, we really are living in. I feel like we're always living in the moment as children. And if we kind of go back necessarily to that mindset, but just being happy, thinking about being, like when we build a sandcastle and then, oh, it gets destroyed, but guess what? I'm going to go on to something else and build something even cooler. You know what I mean? So, mm-hmm. Right. Exactly. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Mm-hmm. No, that's exactly what kind of in the space that I was at, a few months ago, I was really connecting with, people like you. I mean, obviously right now, we're right here talking, and you the in the positivity and the inspiration and just the all these ideas, and you know what I mean, you're talking about being creative, and like this is totally the opportunity, I think, at this point in time, that with everything going on, for us to do that, right? I think it's a perfect time for us to get more creative because we have, um, there's a lot of things that are going on that kind of like don't make sense, but like if we can take the opportunity to make sense of ourselves, I guess that's where I'm kind of going with this. You know what I mean? And that leads us to be joyful and be, all those things that you said. Be present, be patient. and be creative and mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And that's something that I actually, and I don't even like talking about myself, but this is just something that kind of popped in my head. But I was getting a little bit more active on my Facebook page, and this girl that I didn't even think really paid attention, she just messaged me out of the blue and she was like, "I just have to let you know." She's like, "You're really inspiring." She's like, "You inspired me to get on the camera and do these lives." And I'm thinking to myself, like, "Oh my gosh, like what?" And just that one person, and then I realized that, like, I really was doing what I'm supposed to be doing, because that one person, do you know what I mean? That one person just said, like, and it lit me up like a freaking Christmas tree. I was like, "Oh my gosh, like this is amazing. This is what this feels like." And I love it so much. So I just had to say that. hmm Yeah. Right. Right. hmm Yeah. Yeah. It's very, hmm yeah, it's very powerful. Yeah. hmm That's so awesome. hmm Yeah. hmm Aw, yeah. Yeah. No, it really is. I totally get it. It's just so powerful, and it makes you just feel like so alive, really. I mean, to me, that's what it is. It just makes you feel so, it's life. Like you said, that's just living. That's life right there. That's what you're supposed to feel. hmm Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. And I think it's really cool that you also, which is something that I think is different, because I didn't know, as a life coach, you worked with musicians. And I think that's really awesome, because I didn't know, honestly, that musicians really needed life coaches, as silly as that sounds. But you know what I mean? Because I was like, oh, musicians are just really creative and they know what they're doing. You know what I mean? So, but that's really awesome. True. True. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I just thought that was it's just different. You know what I mean? That's not I don't know any life coach that's worked specifically just with musicians, so I thought that was pretty unique. Mhm. Yeah. Awesome. Oh, totally. Yeah. 100%. Mhm. Yeah, I love music. Music definitely like makes my heartbeat partly, I swear. It's what keeps me in check, keeps me in tune. Um yes. Yeah. I'll even like be editing my podcast and be like, should I throw some music in this? It might be good. I'm always thinking that. Mhm. Oh, geez, oh, Pete. I honestly, I am, if I'm going to go with rock and roll, so I am very chill with music. Like, down with jazz to classic rock, I'm all over the place. But if you were to ask me my favorite bands, it definitely would be like Deftones. I like Red Hot Chili Peppers, like Nirvana, all those. Yeah, yeah, like all the indie, like all that stuff, the indie rockish 90s, all that fun stuff. Yeah. Yeah. That was like my past life. I mean, I still mix it in with everything. Rock and roll is awesome. It's always going to be a part of me. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, totally. I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Like, because I do dance meditation too, and I like listening to like African and like, Indian music and all that stuff. So, really, that's what I mean. Like, I'm just all over the place with it. So, hmm. Yeah. So I think we already I mean, I know you said that you put those in the order, you put the patient before joyful. So obviously I kind of like mix those up. But I think, most of us know really what it means to be, at least I would hope, um, in some senses, to be patient. Um, but Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. Because then there are some people that are like, oh, I just got to sit back and wait for things to happen. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I get what you're. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and I know I now I see why you say to, be patient, because when you become more patient, and then you kind of and you step back and you be present, then that allows you to be, joyful. I see how I get with that, how that kind of flows together like that. So I wanted you to talk about your business, your t-shirt company, the sales training business, all that stuff. I want you to talk about that and let everybody know what you have to offer. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 It's awesome. He's great. Yeah. 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 Awesome. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah. That's so cool. That's you have all kinds of unique things that you do. I love it. That's what, and like I said, that's what everybody, all these people that I'm meeting and everything, everybody just has all these cool little quirks and differences, and but that's just how it's supposed to be, and I love it. So, yeah. Yeah. Yes. Mhm. Exactly. Mhm. And that's exactly what I don't want to be saying, I don't want to say, "Oh, I wish I would have done that." I'm just doing it. Like whether I get uncomfortable or not, I'm just like, "Nope, get up and do it because we're going to have fun with this." Mhm. Yeah, definitely. I'm always stepping outside of it every day. I'm trying something new. I just have to because it keeps me, inspired to inspire others, really. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, exactly. Mhm. Yeah. Well, thank you. We'll do a, pretend high five through. Yeah, a virtual high five. Yeah, there we go. Virtual high five. All right. Well, is there what else could you, because I know we talked about this, like a last like tip or trick or anything that you could give to the audience to kind of leave as a ending note? Okay. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Hmm. Right. Right. Exactly. Hmm. Exactly. Hmm. Beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Ryan. I really appreciate you coming on here today and for your wonderful. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. I totally planned on it. All right. Well, I will talk to you soon. All right. Thank you. Yes. Thank you.